this is some powerful stuff here. Did everybody get all of the stuff that's in my listing presentation that you didn't have before? All right. Some of this is going to seem very simple, and it's going to say, Mark, that's just too simple. You know, you shouldn't have went to that. But well, I was in the Boy Scouts, and they told us to be prepared. Okay, that was a scout motto. So in the trunk of my car, this is stuff that I learned from Roger Butcher. Okay, he had a list of things you should have in the trunk of your car. Well, everybody probably has. You keep your listing presentation always with you, because you never know, you're going to bump into somebody and say, you know, I was thinking about selling a house. Say, hey, why don't I just come by? I don't mind. You know, you going home from the grocery store? You know, I'll come over there, look at the house, blah, blah, blah. But I keep a list of all the stuff I got listed when I talk to the buyers. Keep a note in there, because they're going to say they never heard from you. That's the stuff everybody keeps, okay? But you know, I've got listing presentations here. I've got purchase and sale agreements for land. I've got purchase and sale agreements for resales or for new constructions. I've got whatever I'm going to need to get a price adjustment. All of that is here in the trunk of my car. All I got to do is walk out there and pick it up. Then, the things that can happen when you're out there that it's good to have with you. If you've ever been on the side of the road and had a flat tire at night, you'll wish to God you had a flashlight. All right, this is simple stuff. But what they used to say when I first got in real estate, if you haven't written a contract on the hood of a car with a flashlight, you're not really a realtor. and that was the same. So you've got the flashlight. You got a flashlight for them to have, because the batteries are going to go down on one of them. If it's a husband or wife, you got an extra flashlight. All right. If I'm going somewhere, and this happens to me, some of the stuff, duct tape is what they always say you need to have to be prepared with. Don't run out of ink pens. We've got thousands of them here, so you know, keep extra ink pens with you. First aid kit. If some kid cuts themselves, oh, let's go to the store. No, wait a minute. This came with my Lexus, but you can get a first aid kit. They're inexpensive. They don't cost anything. That can always come in handy. You guys are all going to get one of these, because people say, how big is this room? How wide is this door? You know, Carl Wright gave us a stack of these, and we've got enough for everybody in here to get one. If that comes up, you got it with you. Okay? First aid kit there. If I get something on my coat, then I just keep this in the car, get the lid off, you know. All right, that kind of stuff.
Are you sure you have that stuff in your car?
No, it's right here, right now. But
I'm just saying.
Well,
really.
I'm really.
This is.
You ever seen
This will really be going back in the trunk of my car.
Because his other
That's not the only stuff he's got.
No, I got
It's amazing that even fit in the truck.
No, but I'm just saying that this thing, you know, Carl gave us an extra calculator. There's been a whole lot of times when I sit down at my desk in there, run the numbers and everything, I walk up, leave the calculator laying on the desk, and I get there and they say, well, let me do sell it. What would it be if we sold it for this? And now, let me go to the car, and I come back and you know, I left it on the, so you just flip this open, you got an extra calculator here, because you need to run the numbers, okay? If you want to take pictures, this is a disposable camera. You can give it to them. They say, we really like that. We just had a picture just a minute. Click, 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 click. You can even let them take it back and get it developed. They will remember working with us when they get out there. Now, some of the things, well, if you need it, you're going to wish you had it. Okay? I don't need to explain this. Right? I'll tell you something. This is something I used probably about 4 months ago. I was on my way to an appointment. Like always, I'm starving to death. I go through Wendy's and I say, light mustard, light mayonnaise, light ketchup. And I really didn't even have time to eat, but you know, when you're on empty, you got to. I mean, and I looked down and I done dripped mustard and stuff, and I said, you know, sometimes I'll just tell them plain, don't put anything in it, because I'm going to be. Well, you've seen this on TV.
Oh, yeah.
The Tide Stick.
It works.
I'm not going to go with those people just looking like I came from slopping the hogs. This right here, if you see the TV commercial where the drill instructor, you know, says, you got a stain on your shirt, man, are you disrespecting the United States of America and your mama and God and country? You know, and so he's talking to him, he goes, sir, what stain, sir? But this can come in handy, okay? You know, keep you from looking too. Marky when he was smaller, I didn't have this, but for some reason or another, he was throwing his food and got all over me, and I had to go meet a builder looking like a jerk. All right. I do not keep Formula 409 or Fantastic any spray like that. I used to do that, but every time I've ever done it, no matter how tight the lid is, it'll leak out. So this right here is kind of moist. It'll do what you got to do if you got to do what you got to do. But the spray bottles, it just won't work. This right here, if the batteries are dead, triple cables, this is like $8. Okay, I got a heavy duty set in my car also, but this is just so you can see what's there. If you got a sign on the side of the road, the builder says, you know, we're going up. You had it from the high 90s. He said, okay, I'm going at 104. You got to go out there, cut that off. You know, take it off the sign. That's the easy way to do it. This is what I used to use. If you've ever gone and shown a house that it's your listing or even somebody else's listing, and you open the door and it's you know, squeak, a little bit of this, and it won't do it. Okay? Now, this little thing right here, after you use it, gets lost every time. I mean, the next time you need it, you can't find it. This is the old way.
That's where the duct tape come in?
Yeah. You know, this is the new and improved way. It's built in.
Ah.
Okay? This right here, I have, honest to God, I'm not making this up. I really did use this stuff. On and off and off. You know, the door squeaking, squeaking, squeaking. If it's even somebody else's listing, and I get down that door and I say, just a minute. I'll go out the car and come back. There, that's better. Oh, how much you've already done more for us than our listing agent ever did. I said, well, you know, we want to make a good impression. And some people think I'm a fanatic about these air fresheners. I keep these. If you go in a house and it smells like a dead rat's been in there, and you say you're going to meet the people in 5 minutes, you say, good God, I raise all the windows, leave the doors open, turn the fan on if you can. It still smells like that. This, I like citrus. The super odor eater is good, but the citrus, to me, some people may not like it. But this right here will cover up the dead rat smell a little bit. And I believe, even if you've had where people smoke heavy, and it gets permeated into the walls, and you say, look, you're going to have to put kills on that, and then after you put the kills on it, you're going to have to paint over that. And sometimes sometimes it'll get in the carpet and be in the pad, and it's just, but you can take these and pop a few of them out, and it'll get to where people can at least stand being in the house. Let's see. All right, this is the other thing, and it happens to me. If you're there and people say, man, we really like what you've shown us, but you know, I'm diabetic and my blood sugar's low and I've got to have a bite. And I said, you know, I get that myself sometimes. I keep some granola bars because these right here, granolas, that's not going to get hot and melt. This will stay in the car and last. And so we can, you say, I got the munchies myself. You know, let's just have a bite. You know, you do that and talk about it a little bit, and then possibly go back in and light the contract up. So this is kind of, you say, Mark, that was silly. That was oversimplified. But I have had times where having things like this, I don't know if you still got them, if you've ever had a flat tire, this right here will plug into your cigarette lighter, and it will pump your tire up.
It takes forever.
Well, it takes forever. But especially if you say, we've got one listed out in Madison, Georgia somewhere, and you're out there and it's 15 miles to the nearest house, then you're willing to wait. But of course, this is a pretty powerful deal here. But all of this stuff here is $50 or $60. I mean, it's no big deal. You get a flashlight for $2 or $3. These things here are about $1 a piece. I mean, you're not going to break the bank, but it can make the difference when somebody has to have something. You know, I like to. You can't keep. I keep water, but somehow to me, if that water gets hot and that plastic it just don't taste as good. Now I know agents who keep an ice chest that'll keep 6 or 12 and have a cold drink back there. They say, you know, I think I'm dehydrated. You want a Gatorade, and that helps. But it does not hurt to be prepared. This is something that in 1986, I started doing this. Now, there's been times when I'll get the money's ET and I don't replenish my supply, but you got to go back and keep it full. But it can make the difference between making a sale and not making a sale. Okay? Now, we're going to hear the success stories that people had this week. Who's first?
Anita, you want to share?
We didn't really go with success stories,
But I do have one.